any country's struggle for democracy is every country's struggle for democracy. I mean, this has become a global issue. And when we go back in time, say a decade, it is remarkable to think that Myanmar was one of the bright spots in a way. Not because democracy was perfect by any stretch there, but it was trending the right way. And there was real hope that this could turn into something. I mean, given the tragic political history of the country. But one good thing that we know is that in improbable places, the demand for democracy and the will to fight for democracy remains strong. And Myanmar is as clear a case in point about this as I can possibly think of. And this is not theoretical. I mean, for me in particular, I mean, I'm inspired by what I see in my colleagues that come from Myanmar. Almost all of them very young, people that came of age during the political opening in Myanmar, and that they are simply not willing to roll over and accept the military takeover. I mean, this is not something that they are willing to do. That deserves support. It's not the only case, but it's a particularly clear-cut case. I mean, not to speak of the fact that, what happened in Myanmar is, in a way, a throwback to, I come from Latin America, right? So it's a throwback to an age of military takeovers that have become relatively rare. I mean, the way in which democracies are subverted right now is very different. Is this kind of a proverbial frog that, slowly boils to death. It's about democratically elected governments that decide to hollow out democracy in a gradual process. Right. What happened in Myanmar was not like that. I mean, it was a much more brutal a reversal of democracy, and not just that. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's also what came in the wake of the military takeover. I mean, this is a military force that is indiscriminately killing their own people. Mm-hmm. So one would think that this is as clear a case deserving the support of democratic nations and democratic political forces and Democrats with a small d all over the world as you can possibly imagine, right? And yet that's not what we're seeing. And it honestly baffles me to some extent. The reluctance on the part of democratic governments around the world to really lend their support in a decisive way to the cause of democracy in Myanmar.